Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Wespe, which in German means wasp, and it's the Tier 3 German SPG, and it's located on the south spawn of Abbey. Now it's armed with a 105mm gun, and the top gun is exactly the same gun that you find in the BP, the 105 FH18B2. It's based on the chassis of the Panzer II after they were made obsolete by the German forces because they were not capable of defending themselves against other tanks. They decided to use the chassis to mount artillery, and you would see Vespers in most of the film from the Second World War where German forces used them, and they were still in use quite late in the war. Because they were so versatile, and they were nearly always near the back as well. In fact, you'll see film of Vespers alongside Hummels. And that first round missed the Tetrak. But he's reloading. Got 17.3 seconds on the reload. It's a 105mm gun, as you remember. Light field howitzer. Okay, it's got a TKS, which is Tier 2. And a Panzer II, which is Tier 2. They've stopped, round out, and it lands just in front of him. He pulled back just at the right moment. If he'd stayed where he was, he would have got the full force of the explosion. Now, I can tell you that the alpha damage is 410 if you get a penetration, 26mm of penetration, and 1.91 of burst. And that round landed just behind too light. Now, some of these vehicles are that lightly armoured, so the shell might actually go through the armour and wipe them out altogether. Right. Panzer II has taken a lot of damage, so a near miss is going to take him out if the shell is closer than 2 meters. Fires a round in, goes behind him. He's not had a hit yet, but he's had several shots to try. And we've got a Cruiser 4, which is a British Tier 3. And he's using that repeating cannon. We're loaded. Just lining up a shot on him. He keeps moving. If he stays on the move, it's difficult to get a shot on. Okay, if he stays stationary just for a second. Round out. Yes! This time it worked. 49 hit points, went straight into the side of the vehicle and wiped him out. It's got that penetration, you see. Okay, he's reloading and he's got 27 rounds to go. But we found an Igo Chiro, and he's in the centre. Just come out from the village. And it's got quite a good fire rate, that little Japanese tank. Fires a round in. Oh, it's killed him! Went straight through the armour. Wiped him out straight away. Got a T-26 in the back. Lining him up. Now, the commander of this tank is JohnnieP. And he actually does play higher tier tanks. But on this occasion, he's playing lower tier for practice. Which is something that I tend to do as well. Lining up a shot with 70p. Almost started. Oh, 70p went down before he could shoot. But there's another one. And he's making his way towards our cap. Lining up a shot. Working out where he's going to go. Looks like he's going to try and come up the rise. If he does, he's going to have to stop for a second. Oh, look at that beautiful shot. A leading shot. He went straight into it. No problem whatsoever. Now, this is right at the far edge of the reticule, and normally I would advise to centre the reticule, because if you do that, then there's a good chance that you won't get reticule bloom when you aim slightly to the right, or to the east, I should say here. There's an M2 medium up there, and I think it's a T-26. The enemy's also got an Su-18 and a T-1 HMC. They're probably still in the cap area or nearabouts. They've got a very short range. The Wespe can fire over virtually the entire battlefield, Okay, we're going to go for that T26. He's lined up a shot where he thinks it is. Round out. And no, not on this occasion. Now, the M2 medium was seen near the rock. Near the rock face. It's risky taking the move that he's doing. He's going down the edge. That's it. Made it down. There's an FCM up above in front of us, and he's spotting. And that's a French tank. It's got quite tough armour, the FCM. He's taken a lot of damage, though. And the unfortunate thing is that the two tanks are in front of him. One of them is the M2 medium, and that's got a derp gun, an HE gun, which so it can do quite a lot of damage. And there he is. That's what I feared. He's firing HE rounds at the FCM. Round out. Oh, look at that! 139 hit points. Our HE round overmatched him and really punished him. He's left him with 32 hit points now. Oh, but we lose the FCM. So now we've only got our 7TP over on the other side of the battlefield. And there's the M2 medium. He's fired around him where he thinks he might be. And he killed him! He managed to work it out. He fired the round in. But unfortunately, the T26 is on its way south. And we've only got one tank left. It's the 7TP. He's over on the west side of the map. We've got 3 Artys in the cap area. One of which is the Schutzpanzer Mark 6E. The other one is an Su-18. Now that's the tier 2 Soviet with a 75mm gun. Now the Schutzpanzer says he's going to go and cap, so he's driving north. That means they're probably going to go and encounter the enemy Arty. Su-18 is staying in the cap area, and JohnnieP is setting up an ambush from the other side. He's going to wait for the enemy to come up onto the cap area and then wipe them out. Oh, the Su-18's gone down. It was taken out by the T1 HMC. That's also a very difficult Arty to play. Now, he must have been seen, he must have been spotted. And it probably means the T26 is somewhere in grid zone F7 overlooking the cap area, because that's the corner that the Su-18 was occupying. It also probably means the T1 HMC is close to the cap. He would have to be close because he's relatively short range. He's not going to be able to reach this far south unless he's left the cap area. There he is! He did leave the cap area and he's now capping. We're dialing in on him and he's got no sixth sense, so he's unaware that he's actually been spotted, and we're capping at the other end. And we're dialing in on him. And it's killed with one shot! But that means the T26 probably did see us. Yes, he did. There he is. And we're reloading. The T26 is going into the cap. We're dialed in though, so it's taking a huge danger doing this. We're loaded, and it's a kill shot, and that means that we've killed 6 tanks. So that's our top gun, but there's only one enemy left. It's the Su-18, and he was last seen just south of their cap, and it looks like we're going to go hunting him. Our 7TP was wiped out, and the Schutzpanzer Mark 6E has got 2 kills, but he's headed north, going up the west side. Now there's every chance that we will meet the Su-18 coming south, and then it might be a shotgun to death. And the idea here is actually to hold your fire, let the enemy shoot first, but don't let him carefully aim. Keep moving, and when he's shot, just drive straight up to him and shoot him in the face. He can't do anything about it. He's got a long reload. He won't be able to stop you. But if you shoot on the move, you'll more than likely miss, and that will give the enemy the opportunity to walk up to you and shoot you in the face. So, technique is to hold your cool, keep on the move, drive towards the enemy, make them make the mistake, and then kill them. Oh, he took a round there from the SU-18. He was aiming, you see. He had time to aim. We fire the round and we do 2 hit points of splash damage, but the Geschutzpanzer takes him out, and that wins the game. Excellent play. Just shows what Arty can do. And it's an ace tanker by JohnnieP in the Wespe. He also picked up a Japanese expert, which means he's killed just every Japanese tank in the game, all the way to tier 10. He's got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15. And he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He got 6 exactly. So let's have a look at team scores. Well, he got the highest damage overall in the battle, 495 hit points. It wasn't over 1,000, so it didn't qualify for a high caliber. But it is the highest overall. The next highest scorer was the Panzer IIIe on the enemy team. He managed 394. Then came the Cruiser 4 that he took out. He had 380. Then came the Panzer II on his own team with 373. When it came to kills, he was right at the very top with 6 kills, Top Gun. The Geschutzpanzer managed 3 kills with that last shot, and then there's a whole slew of tanks who managed to get 2 kills apiece. And when it comes to base XP, 611 in the Wespe is an ace tanker because it's such a lowly played Arty in the game. It's not played that much, mainly because it's very difficult to play. It's got quite a big dispersion, and unless you've played it enough times, you won't get the accuracy that JohnnieP showed in this game. The next highest scorer was the FCM 36. He managed 434. Then came the Panzer II with 430. JohnnieP fired 13 rounds during this battle. He got 6 direct hits, 6 penetrations and 4 splash. Damage of 495 hit points, of which 272 were up more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit, 1 penetration. That was from the SU-18. Or is it for the T-26? I forget actually. I think it was the SU-18 actually. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. I think that was the SU-18. It may have been, or it may be the T-1 HMC. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 6 of them. And he also got 11 defense points, obviously when the T1 HMC was in the cap. On a premium count, he earned 13,650 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he still had 11,522 credits left over. He earned 916 XP from this battle, and there was no multiplier, so that's all he took away. But it was a pretty good battle, and it shows that you can get an ace tanker in the Wespe. It doesn't take much XP to get an ace tanker, but you do need practice, and JohnnieP obviously has had the practice in the Wespe to make it aim accurately at the enemy. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.